G's up, hose down. The bitch can't swim, she gon' drown. Sorry. Fucking Jim Jones came on. I was like,
Oh,
"Get it."
Yeah, I feel like this is gonna be a goofy ass review.
perfect.
I feel we've been mulling over this for a long time. Like since we've had it in our hands, and you know what? We shouldn't be surprised.
No.
I was gonna play story mode because I was like, yo, it's my duty as a content creator and a person who does journalism to look into it. And I was just like, I am not booting that motherfucker back up.
It's unfortunate. So I guess we should start. I am Final Boss. I'm joined here with Chris Panda and Kryptonite. We are the Fight Night FGC. We do Fight Night every Friday on twitch.tv/Final Boss versus twitch.tv/Kryptonite. And then we have us on our YouTube channel where Chris curates, where it's Fight Night FGC on YouTube. So you find us there every Friday doing quarters up challenges of fighting games, the first to three, any fighting game. So now that we got that shit out the way, let's talk about some. Okay.
Yeah.
My goal with this review.
Okay.
And I can only speak for myself because I'm only 1/3 of the entity that is Voltron. I'm not trying to burn no bridges.
Oh, for sure.
I'm not trying to burn no bridges, but this game is cheeks.
I love it. I don't want to burn bridges. You ain't shit. It's like,
goddamn.
This game is rough.
So Phantom Breaker Omnia is a 2D fighting game, very anime influenced. Apparently it's from the same people, same company, publishing company that does Steins Gate. Because apparently the chick you was playing with, I always forget her name because everybody kind of merges into one.
Yeah, they're all one. Yeah.
It's a lot of people in the game. Apparently she is from Steins Gate. I actually Googled and looked it up and I'm like, oh, this character is in that anime. I'm like, okay, it's new to me. This game just feels incomplete. It feels like the concepts are there, the ideas are there, the execution started, but they were like, we need to get this game out now or it's never. And you can feel it. You can really feel it. It's bad.
And I'll jump in again before Crip. Sorry.
Very good.
I think we can all say that when you get going, when you start playing the game, it's a fun game. There's some quirky mechanics that I like that I would like to see taken further. But I think that's just it. Is what Chris said. It is incomplete. Like I think there's some ideas that they were going after that they didn't get fleshed out all the way. And it's a cultivation of all the cool shit we like from fighting games, but just not executed at any stage of the fucking development.
Yeah. And from a person who's like extremely competitive, like wants to break down the systems of a fighting game, get really deep into like how it feels from my perspective, not even like the casual side. I'm just like, I want to make this game just explode with like, yo, this is some really cool shit. And there is some really cool stuff in the game to be had. Like some of the supers, the way they set up supers between the 200% to the 400% to the 3 different styles. It's like, this game has some interesting stuff. There's defensive options. There's parry. There's a lot of evasive stuff. There's like you hold your special button. You can like deflect them off of you and break their hits. It's a lot of thought went into it, but some of the execution just isn't there. And you feel it the more you play it. And it's like, man, why am I playing this game when I could play something else? And I'm not gonna name drop another game.
Yeah.
Disrespectful, but like, there are other games that make you feel like a king when you fight, and they may cost a little more money, but it's really good. And sometimes you just like, yo, I want to play this heavy anime game, and it's like, I understand. Maybe you need a little bit of magic in your heart, and it's a cheaper experience for you potentially. So you want to find something else, and I don't know. it's right there. It's like that
Yeah.
fine line of like, this game is great because it has a lot of creativity into it,
Mhm.
and a lot of like, they would drop the ball. Like, and the worst part is I remember talking to Boss about it before I talked to you about it, Crip,
Mhm.
that I was like, there's no QA. And then I saw a blog post and I was like, holy shit, there was QA. There was not enough QA.
Yeah. I think this game would have been, if they would have cut down the character cast to, let's say, like 6-8 characters. I know that's not your typical anime fighter game, but if they would have cut it down to 8, focused on those characters and fleshed out those concepts, I think that would have probably saved it a little bit. Because like you said, like we've been saying, the game's fun, but it feels like there was a lot to do, and some characters look like they're fully done, and some look like they still need a coat of paint on them. So you can feel it.
Or they got all the paint, and then some people didn't get enough paint.
Yeah. There's definitely some characters in this game that feel more fleshed out and more complete than the other ones.
Yeah.
And that you can tell by the walk cycle. you can tell by the way they walk on the screen. You can tell by the way they're shaded. You can tell by the way they're rendered into the game. And to Chris's point, again, is like, and I don't want to deter from this game because it's a review for this game, which again has fun shit in it. It has the potential to be fun. I think if they go back to the drawing board, get some people to actually play fighting games on a regular basis, maybe some people that play modern day fighting games, because there's some shit that this game is lacking that modern fighting games have, that if you want to have a fighting game out and compete with those, that you need to have as a bare minimum.
Right.
We'll get into that later. But there's some games, there's games that are doing exactly what this game is doing that might melt you, that they're doing this a lot better. And you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
That's on the bottom of our list, and we would still play that over this.
Right.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And these characters have drip, and the other one don't.
Yeah, there's like a lot of style in this game. Like, characters have like a unique look to them. There's some like quirky character designs, and it's like, you know what? I kind of like that this game is like, we're doing like a heavy anime aesthetic, but we're making sure that the aesthetic isn't all too similar. Because you play like another game and it's like, okay, everybody kind of looks the same. Whereas you play this one and a lot of other characters have this very unique aesthetic to them. But the problem was, like we mentioned before, one of the biggest gripes that I've had from like the design aspect, like you said, the walk cycles are rough. Some characters have a fully kind of like animated walk cycle where it kind of makes sense, and others they look like they're walking, but they're mostly sliding.
Yeah.
And it's like, why would they do that? And then it goes down to like the character aesthetics from the way like the moves look. The moves look okay. Like, every character's moves in the game actually look okay. I can actually say that. But the characters themselves don't look okay. To my knowledge of very little video game design, I'm not gonna be like I know what I'm talking about. But cell shading is like, you take a 3D rendered object and you kind of layer on a layer of paint to it to make it have a cell shaded look, so it looks like a little more hand drawn. Some characters have a fine amount that makes it almost look 2D, almost looks like complete sprites. And then others look like 3D models. And then I can't remember her name, but she has the most shading of any character. And it is so bad. And I was just like,
I can't remember her name either. And that's the problem.
It's so bad.
Right.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Exactly.
I remember a couple characters. I remember Ren because he's a dude. And there's like
Makoto.
4 of them. I remember Makoto, yeah, because I remember White Makoto, or Shiro Makoto. I don't remember names, to be honest with you.
Same. I'm bad with names.
Oh, I know L and M.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the prison twins.
The prison twins. That's, man, yeah. I'm drawing blanks on character names, but it's like I'm not too upset by the way the characters look, because it's like, there's worse things that could affect me from playing it. It's just jarring. It's almost like if they say, okay, we're having a patch come out later that fixes some of the graphical fidelity of how the characters look. Even though I said I'm not gonna not name drop anything, King of Fighters 14, when it did come out, had rough character models, and then they went back and actually improved the visuals to it, and you can see the difference. It's night and day. This could be a potential thing to happen with this game. I'm not sure how big into investment they're going to do for this game, or if they're just going to let this rock, maybe do like a patch or two and then go into the next project. It's completely up to them and to the sales of this game. But that visual aesthetic is rough. It's rough.
For me, I don't give a fuck what your characters look like. I don't care. Like, as long as I can feel cool doing the shit, that's all that matters. And when you get in the way of me doing cool shit, like when the game is fighting me and to do cool shit, that's when it becomes an issue. I don't care about fidelity. I don't care about none of that. If the game don't work, like a game is supposed to work, I'm not gonna play it.
Right.
And there's like little things that even before you even get into a match, that will make somebody as fickle as me. And I will tell you right now, that's a large majority of your fan base, especially when let's keep it funky. This game isn't competing with No Strive. This game isn't competing with Street Fighter. This game isn't competing with King of Fighters.
Game of Fighters.
Like that's not who they targeting, right?
Right.
They targeting somebody. They targeting like the weeb culture. They targeting people that maybe like just in the anime fighting games and want to play anime fighting games. They're not looking for the number one spot. And if they are, boy, let me tell you,
Hey,
look, I don't know what your budget was. I don't know what your budget was. I don't care what your budget was, because I've seen people with less budget, with no budget, make a game more complete than this. Pocket. What's a game called? You know what I'm talking about? The Pocket Fighters, the one with the
Pocket Fighter. Yeah.
It's just Pocket Fighter.
That shit is clean and smooth, and that shit gonna have a rollback. Which brings you to my next point. This shit is delay based.
Yeah.
So in a modern era where most fighting games are being played online because of the pandemic, the Panera Express, you can definitely tell when a connection is bad. Thankfully, between us three, we played delay-based netcode on a bunch of games. We even played it on this, and it didn't feel too bad. There was like a hitch here and there,
right?
But once the floodgates open, there's no telling. And at the same time, I can't like fault it, because there have been examples of very good delay-based netcode with Virtual Fighter. They used delay-based netcode.
I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they I think purchased like Google servers, so it was like servers were closer between each player. So if each player's closer to it, they'll ping that one, or they'll ping a different one. So connections felt really stable for the most part. But at the same time, rollback is a hell of a lot smoother. It is a different experience, and not a lot of people are trained to code for that, because it takes a lot of work from what I've been told. But at the same time, you kind of want to have it.
Yes. Everybody has it nowadays. Other games are going back to their old games to put it in there because they know we want it. So
and I can't even fault it, because who knows? There's two things that I don't know, but and that I can't really fault you on. One, I don't know how long this game has been in development, and two, I don't know at what point, because like if let's say y'all started 3 years ago working on this game, which is very likely. Y'all started 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, even. 4 years is being mad generous to you. Let's say you started 3 years ago, right? You had already from good jump. It was like, ain't nobody talking about no rollback. Put the delay-based cookie cutter shit in there. It's okay. Whatever. It's too late to change the code. It's too late. Whatever. We'll fix it in post. Right? Whatever. Put it on sales. We'll fix it in post. It's like, again, even with it being delay-based, us who play fighting games, who know that, we're going to experience some lag. If Hikaru Memes is out here watching this, which he likely is, we play against this. Even on rollback is playing on delay base.
Yeah.
We are used to people dropping frames. We're used to drop frames. We're used to playing in Wallace and Gromit stop motion land, right? It's okay. We were born on the water.
Yeah.
Now, it's the other shit, like in a modern fighting game, not having a lobby system.
Yeah.
Not be able to search, not even search for motherfuckers to play. Not even be able to just like, not even be able to get to like the command list from the training mode.
Yeah.
So
my biggest takeaway from that point, because I think I was reading into the Panda forums, is that the command list thing is an issue. And all three of us are just like, this is silly. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't you include a command list? Or at the very least, might as well just put the whole reference section in.
Exactly.
Just go ahead. Because you got
Throw it
so
in
many
there.
mechanics and explanations. I had to understand a mechanic further by going onto Twitter and watching a video they posted on YouTube. That's how I started understanding what like the Omnia bar did below.
Yeah.
And like, bro, I was like,
wow.
fam, I didn't know
Okay.
how to do this because the reading that they put in it under the reference section is kind of clear, but not totally clear. So I was like, okay, at the very least, and this is me giving them the thumbs up. This game is hyper accessible. If you're looking for a game that anybody should be able to pick up and play,
True.
it's super easy. Light, medium, heavy, special button, no directional inputs like directional special inputs like quarter circle back, yada yada yada. It's just forward, back, and down. It's very simple. I feel like Power Rangers did the same thing, and Power Rangers knocked it out the park, and people are very appreciative of that game that actually stick with it and enjoy it. It's not for everybody. I understand that. But I feel like people who are looking for an anime fighter and they pick this up and they're going to play the control scheme, they're going to be very happy to know that, oh, I can do cool things, and it's not going to take tons of quarter circles and half circles and pretzel motions or whatever you want to call them just to get a super out. It's a lot easier as a result. However, the cool stuff that you want to come out kind of comes out. It's like, okay, cool. The combo structure is simple. It's light, medium, medium, heavy, heavy, maybe a special move into the super move. It's not that hard. The problem is there's this illusion, and I don't know if Boss could see it turning in my head when we were playing. There's an illusion that like I think games like Dragon Ball, Under Night, Melty Blood, a lot of them have this system where if you hit them and they launch into the air, you can hit medium and follow up with like a jump and continue like an aerial combo. This game has that. The problem is the design of the characters and their normals form in the air do not like this to function at all. I was like ripping my eyes out in training. I was like, maybe this character can do it. Nope. Maybe this character can do it. Nope. Nobody, for the love of God, was just like, yeah, this is easy. Only until the last day when you and I played is when I found out that you can do a move, press S, and then dash forward, and then you can continue more combos. And the only reason I found that out was from a trailer, because it does not explain that in the damn manual you put in your game.
I think there's only 2 characters that I know of that can do that in their normals without using special. Well, without using whatever you just said. I think it's the girl, the character that's in Steins Gate that you said, and then my main the pop star. I think his name was May.
Yeah.
But this is built into her kit to put you in loops.
It's just. I love the simplicity of it. I love that.
Yeah.
And I like the idea that the game is basically making it where like at most damage is going to be around like 3K, 3,500. For like a simple combo. You get into the air and maybe you can do more. Maybe it's the Unga in me and like the hyper fighter that I'm like, if it ain't hitting 8K half health, I don't give a damn about it.
It's that Strive syndrome, dog.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here like, I want to do damage. And it kind of has it, and it kind of doesn't. But it's just like, it gives you freedom, but it feels like it limits your freedom as well.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. It kind a good example, Street Fighter V did this when it was first coming out. Before they released the full game, there was a lot of creative expression in that game. And then the further it got on release, the more they got rid of it. And it feels like that. It feels like I'm into like that point where it's like, I can do what I want, but the game is like, nah, you can't. We're going to, you want some pecan sandies? We got Samoas. It's like, nah, fam.
That's the same. I don't want that shit.
Yeah. It's like, I want to, like Boss said, I play a fighting game because I want to do cool shit. The character is a shell of who I am, and I want to be able to express myself in that game.
Exactly.
So, and it's damn, man.
Yeah.
I really, really want to love this game. I really do. It's really
what? Like that trailer might be the best thing about this game. If you haven't seen that trailer,
I will still play this game over BB Tag and Fantasy Strike.
What?
I might play. Look, if I was broke and then already had this game,
Yeah.
I'd probably play Fantasy Strike over it. But
it does have rollback.
Listen, okay.
$20.
Now, what would need to be fixed? Like, if they was gonna fix one thing, they're like, you know what, we can fix this. It's in our budget, and it would turn this game around.
Two things,
or at least
command list in the training area,
please,
and lobbies.
Lobbies
will fix a lot of fucking fighting games right now.
Yeah, because we play a lot of dumb shit because they have lobbies.
Having lobbies, and I'm not talking about that like create a player match and invite one motherfucker.
No.
8-player lobbies.
8-player lobby. Please.
I don't even care about rollback. Just give me fucking lobby.
Yeah, I don't think people understand this. Like, sometimes when you get a fighting game, you may have a friend to play with.
Oh my god.
That is great.
Yeah.
But I don't know if y'all watching this right now can realize what it's 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's 3 people. We can't put this on our fight night because we all can't view the match.
Exactly. Like, what the
play it. It's like,
and how would you do tournaments for this?
You can't do an online tournament. It has to be offline.
Yeah,
because
at a
nobody
hotel
can
somewhere.
look at it. Yeah. The only other way is like if they have some way to view the screen of the players. And I know for a fact that I have lots of friends who did tournaments for KOF02 before they added the lobbies, and they were like, "Yeah, it was a hassle. It was a
fix. Quick fix.
Yeah.
Scale the stage down because these stages are wide, as we found.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Scale the stages down, and on them sidebars, put the move list like Cold Chaos.
Hell yeah!
And you don't even have to. You don't even have to put you don't have to put it in training mode. It's just there all the time.
Yeah. All right.
Make the game 4x3. Just say fuck it. No need for 16x9.
Listen,
you know what? It would probably look better if it was 4x3 because then you don't have to view so much of like the character's awkward visual imperfections. So.
They have to gallop less of a distance, fam. It actually is better for you because now they ain't doing the fucking cha-cha slide in a fight.
Yeah, I don't think maybe the like I think one of you mentioned earlier. You can definitely feel that they did not have fighting game QA testers, and not like, I played a fighting game, because most people have played a fighting game. We're talking about people who play active, playing not Phantom Breaker, playing something else, and maybe something else on top of that are playing fighting games. They have more than one singular one to pick from.
You know what's crazy? Yeah. Remember when I told you who was like on the face in the Steam store? I said, "Hey yo, Kizzy on this motherfucker," and you said Kizzy. Fucking Agent Chris said Kizzy, and guess how many times I've seen Kizzy stream this shit?
Ooh, I can't think of a number, but anyway,
maybe once. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say once. Maybe it's all on his list, but I ain't going there and watch it.
He may be waiting for release. Who knows? I don't know.
Let me go to Steam. Let me go to Steam and see if he's still on there. Let's see if y'all still got him on there. Y'all had one of the biggest names in fighting game as far as content creation goes right now. One of the biggest ones. He's up there. You see his fucking videos. And
hell, an anime fighting games at that.
Right.
Oh my God. Let me see. Let me see if he's still on here. Y'all go ahead and keep talking.
Because I remember him telling me, it's like, yeah, they had Kizzy K as the face, and they were doing some sort of special stream with Kizzy. And I think we were like, why would they give it to Kizzy? It's like, and we were like, what the fuck? So I didn't watch that. I didn't watch the event with it, but I'm just like, okay,
right.
Maybe.
Guess who ain't on the Steam store no more?
Oh. Well, maybe I think at the time we were just like, well, maybe it's pretty good though. They got Kizzy to agree to it. Yeah, he may have been chasing the bag, because it's like I don't want to have this go too much further, but generally, okay. The biggest things that I can say that are good, it's a large number of characters, so you got a variety to play with. The simplicity makes it so that if you pick one character, you're going to generally know how to play with the other characters. You're just not going to know the fine, minute details of how to make them properly work, because some of these characters are mad different.
Right.
There's a lot of like interesting gameplay mechanics between the parry system, the different levels of like specials, the Omnia meter below the timer, your burst meter, which is your super bar, and how that's handled. And it's just like, this is cool. there's actually, to be completely honest, I didn't even mention this. There are a lot of modes in this game. There's time attack, score attack.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Sort of endless battle, the online ranked and player system, story mode, training mode, unlockables, arcade mode, which I'm going to touch on in just a second before I continue.
Please do.
And the simplicity of the controls make this so accessible for so many people that if I told this to people, they'd be like, this sounds like a winner in my book. But then I hit them with delay-based netcode. Pow, that's one to your neck. They're like, oh, the command list isn't in the pause menu. How am I going to know what to do? One to your arm. You know what I'm saying? Man. Oh, the characters look weird. Pow, one to your leg. Oh, the combos kind of work, but they kind of don't sometimes. Oh, right in your foot. There's no tutorial in this game. I had to like think about this for a minute. I'm like, there's no tutorial in a game with a bazillion mechanics. Yeah. And that I know it's not like beneficial, but at the same time, it would help to even have the most rudimentary tutorial. Because like I said, I hate bringing up other games, but you know, when you're in the landscape of a niche genre like a fighting game, you have to. So like Power Rangers has a tutorial in it. Most people don't really know that, but it has a tutorial in it. It'll just show you the basics. Here's light attack, here's grab, here's moving.
Here's a simple combo string.
Exactly.
Why does
here's how to push block.
Yeah, it's like, damn, just have it in the game. It's you have so many things. And I just need somebody to explain to me everything, because when you read it and you put it in the form of like an old school manual, that's well and good and all, but you don't understand everything because it doesn't give you enough explanation. And then there's fucking arcade mode.
Yeah, what's going on with arcade mode there?
So I don't think I actually talked to boss about arcade mode. If I did, I may have forgotten. But arcade mode, underneath it says it gives you the arcade experience. And I played endless battle, time attack, and score attack before that, because I'm like, okay, cool. Score attack is like 8 people, and I'm like, okay, it's probably just gonna be like that. I still don't know who the boss character of this game is. I don't know if they actually have one. I didn't get a chance to play story mode. But holy hell, this arcade ladder was like 20 motherfuckers deep, and I would it was the whole roster. It was the whole roster. I'm like, okay, cool, 8's done. I'm like, okay, maybe after this one, and then it just kept going. I was playing. And let me make note of this. I was like, I don't really want to play it, so let me put it on very easy and make it one round. And that bitch took me over an hour and a half to finish.
Yikes!
I was like, oh, it was a chore. And you know what's fucked up? They got an achievement telling you to beat arcade mode.
Wow.
I was like, fuck you. I was so mad. I was like, no. I was like, never again. There's no
20
fun
plus.
in that. There's no fun in that.
That's endless battle. Get out of my face with this. What are you doing?
This game can be good. This game has potential to be good, or at least mediocre. And I play mediocre games, fam. I play Strive.
Strive's not mediocre.
Yeah, he was just playing Strive. We don't even play Strive.
I play Strive.
Are you still playing?
My game is installed. I still play it.
Yeah. But it's like, I think for the first set of patches or season 1, whatever you want to call it, if you guys continue to do this this game, I'm not saying you need to bring us on, but you need to bring some motherfuckers like us on. Motherfuckers that actually are playing fighting games. Motherfuckers that play fighting games daily. Motherfuckers that want to actually see the product succeed. Because I think deep down, I think there's enough here already to be a great game, and you just need some motherfuckers that know the landscape to play these motherfuckers. I think you had QA testers in this motherfucker to say, "Oh, yep, it worked," and then they just ship them motherfucker. You have motherfuckers questioning like, why does do this, or why did you choose this? There was not enough whys in that motherfucker. It was just a bunch of yes men. And you need to hire some wild motherfuckers.
Yeah,
facts.
It's very bad. Crip, didn't you come from like a QA background at one point?
That I did. I QA'd Madden 2010.
Okay, so it's very similar to this game.
Yep. I mean, it's probably different because I do know that a lot of game developers, they outsource that QA portion. So who knows what they were dealing with. But yeah, Boss is right. They need to bring in some fighting game minded individuals in there and just like poke at it and ask questions.
Hey,
Yeah.
here's some scumbag tech for you. If you're
Yeah.
listening, publisher of this game, if you reach out to smaller creators that create content based around fighting games, they will do shit for exposure, aka us.
You ain't lying.
You ain't gotta like, damn, you even gotta pay us. We just want to put the shit on a resume. And we will give you quality product. That's the thing. Like, we just want to put the shit on a resume. It's a win-win. You ain't gotta pay. But whatever.
Hey, I've done QA testing for mobile games, so I understand at the very least, but
yeah,
I wouldn't hate it. Like I've worked with people for fighting games and stuff like that. And I understand. Like we said, it's just the game is good. I'm giving it at least like, hey, it's the stamp of it's good. But would I recommend anybody to buy it? No. I can't feasibly recommend somebody to purchase it because from what I'm believing, and I believe it's what I read, the game is launching at $40. And that $40 price tag is a little steep because the game is good, but it feels so incomplete that it's not good. Yeah. It's good because it has this big ball of potential.
Right.
The problem is that ball got holes in it, and those holes you can see clear through.
It's a wiffle ball.
It's a wiffle ball. It's a big wiffle ball right now.
And man.
See, that's where I kind of differ from Chris, because like I know a lot of people that are not into fight games that want to find a way in, and I think there's a market there in this.
Right.
And I think there's no way in hell I'm recommending somebody buy this at full price ever. But when it's on sale, like it inevitably will be in in like 3 weeks, I would cop it and put it in your backlog. I would, because if y'all patch it, then motherfuckers will want to play it on Fight Night.
Exactly.
There's enough. Anime is so strong, it will make motherfuckers want to play this game. That's
exactly.
It's just missing that component. It's just missing that component that's making me go, you know what? This is solid. But if I look at the landscape, and here's the worst part. It's not a similar game, but it is a fighting game.
Mm-hmm.
Nickelodeon launched at $40, and goddamn, or $50.
Yeah.
That game is more polished than this game is. And
people had lobbies.
It had lobbies. But all I remember when that game launched, people were complaining, oh, it feels like an indie game. Well, it was made by an indie studio. This one just feels like an indie studio made a game and they said we're gonna release it at this high price, and it has a lot of content, but it's just rough.
Yeah,
right.
Maybe a little less money on them fucking bra and panty bikini gallery pictures and more money focused on the actual game.
No, they can keep those.
Maybe.
Okay, you're right. I'm a married man. I'm a married spud.
I'm in a healthy relationship.
That's why I sleep.
But we're gonna get into that. All right, so to wrap this up, because I don't want to get too long.
Right.
On a rating, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst, what would you rate this game in its current state?
Current state, I'm giving it a 2.
Yeah, same 2. It's really close. It could be a 3. It could be a 3, but it's now it's a 2.
If it had lobbies, right? For me right now, if you just put lobbies in, I would give it a 3 because I had fun playing with Panda until I realized some of the stuff I was trying to do wasn't coming out, and I was like, all right, we got to move on to something else right now. Yeah. But if it had lobbies, there's enough to like fuck around with, play around with, would be fun.
And rematch. Oh, I forgot it don't have rematch. Oh, okay. I was gonna give you a 3. You're getting a 2.
Yeah,
you're getting a 2.
It was all around.
You was about to just get a 3 off a lesbian tornado, but now you're just getting a 2 because I forgot you rematch, motherfucker.
Oh, do you want to know what's a plus before I leave? That English voice acting is so bad, it's great.
Yeah,
it's fucking hilarious.
Everything in the trailer in the game.
Yeah.
Here's the retention right here.
Yeah.
But all in all, if you're watching this video, I really want you to take what we're saying, not necessarily to heart, take it with a grain of salt. Know that we don't hate the game.
Right.
We see potential in the game, and we can help make it a great game. And this is not us shelling. This is not shilling. This is not us, shamelessly plugging ourselves. It's just that when the game gets going, there's fun to be had. We can have fun off the simplest of shits because we like fighting games.
Yeah.
And I just think you just need somebody in the industry to help you get this shit together. Hell, ask Kizzy. He'll tell you. He'll be straight up with you.
Yeah.
But
you feel it. You can feel it. So I think that about does it. This is a very in-depth review. And I think I think we got our point across.
Yeah. I think so. I think you nailed it.
But again, I'm Final Boss with Chris Panda and Kryptonite. Join us every Friday on our respective channels. The links will be in the description below at 10 p.m. Central Time. I'm in Central, so I'm gonna say my time. I don't know that motherfucker's time. And
it happened.
And we just play some fighting games, man. Like I said, we some fighting game motherfuckers. Let's play some fighting games.
Yeah.
But I'm out.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.